We'll have a moment of silent meditation, pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome. This is the January 10th regular meeting of the Monongalia County Commission. Mr. Bloom and I are here along with Colleen Kuhn, filling in for Administrator Renetta Clore, who's on holiday, and Mr. Sikora, Commissioner Sikora, is out as well. We will proceed first with our, well, first we'll do a call of order. Meeting's in order. We'll do our consent and approval with our County Administrator of the Day, Colleen Kuhn.
Good morning. Good morning. We have 8 exoneration listings for $3,847.93. Minutes for January 3rd, 2024. Vouchers, General County, $202,989.59. Coal severance, $2,500. General School, $201,044.96. Magistrate Court, $324, 911, $71,568.68. Chestnut Ridge Park, $1,785.19. Camp Muffley, $1,964.32. Mason-Dixon Park, $1,139.91. Mon County Center, $9,041.46. Assessor's valuation, $2,829.30. Payroll, $1,724,355.96. ARPA, $25,843.28. Purchasing card vouchers, General County, $14,743.45. 911, $191.63. Home confinement, $5,245.32. Camp Muffley, $455.50. Mason-Dixon Park, $162.21. Mon County Center, $1,094.67. Assessor's valuation, $788.50 for a voucher total of $2,268,067.93. We have no budget revisions. Position vacancies for boards and authorities are listed on our website. We have fiduciary orders for January 10th, 2024. We have Fiduciary Commissioner Beth Umina, 3rd and 4th quarter 2023 file status report. Fiduciary Commissioner Ryan Umina, 3rd and 4th quarter 2023 file status report.
Wow, that was a lot.
Nailed
Nice
it.
job.
Move for approval.
We have a motion to approve the consent and approval as presented. I will second. All in favor?
Aye.
And now we have 2 additional fiduciary orders
We
to address.
The first one is the objection to creditor claim in the estate of Raymond Martin Jr.
This stems from an estate objection. It's pretty complicated issues in this. Do you have a motion on how to deal with this, Commissioner Bloom?
Yes, I'd like to move that we send it to the fiduciary.
We have a motion to refer this matter to a fiduciary commissioner. I second
Yes.
that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Please send an order to the clerk to refer that to a fiduciary commissioner. And on the second estate, the Browning estate, we have a similar situation and object to, this is a very old estate, or an older estate as I see. But
And it's, really confusing with the loss, with a divorce suit. So again, I think it would be best that we send it to a fiduciary, recommend it go to a fiduciary commissioner.
is that your formal motion?
Yes, so moved, sorry.
Okay, sorry. We have a motion to refer the Browning estate objection to the claim. to the
They also
fiduciary.
request that you place a time limit on that to
Right,
receive
right.
a deposit for a hearing.
So
You want to put 60 days, is 60 days a fair?
I'd
Or
say
90.
for placing the deposit, I think you could,
30.
45 days.
45, okay, I'll amend it to add 45 days to put the
So that was
deposit.
on the Martin estate. We'll amend that
Okay,
motion to
yes.
refer to a fiduciary commissioner and add a 45-day deadline to file the deposit for the hearing, to be filed by the.
Correct.
To be paid by the objecting, or by the petitioner, right? The person that filed the.
Exactly.
Filed the claim.
They have-
So we have a motion, and I'll second, and all in favor, aye.
Aye.
And then on the Browning estate, we had a motion to refer it to a fiduciary commissioner.
With 45 days to pay, put
Also
the
with a
deposit.
45-day
So
time period
moved.
to pay the deposit
Yeah.
by the by the filing party of the objection, or of the claim. I would second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Then we have a third. I think.
Carries.
We have, it's the time for the administrative closures again, so we have a request for approval of administrative closing hearing date of March 20th, 2024.
I move that we make that date March 20th, 24th.
Prior to carrying out that motion, and is there anyone here to speak to any objections to the administrative closure as they're presented? Sometimes we get someone to
Yeah.
come for those.
Okay.
Seeing no one here, I will second your motion. All
Okay.
in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Great.
Moving on. I'll find my first page here. We have introduction of new employees, personnel changes. I didn't see any. Do we have it?
We do have one.
Okay.
This is for the
Oh, here we go.
WVU extension position that the county funds. It would be, her name is Paige Leavitt. I think that's how you pronounce it. She will be full-time exempt Family and Child Development Program Coordinator starting
yes.
January 8th, 2024, and her salary is set at $40,000 per year and is eligible for full benefits.
Great.
Move for approval.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Carries. Welcome to the county. We appreciate your interest in the position and hope it works out. Next, we have comments from the public. At this time, anyone that has any business with the commission can come forward. You have 3 to 4 minutes to state your case. We are not permitted to respond unless we suspend the rules and do that. We can address it at the end
Yeah.
during our comments. But so I will open the public comment at this time. We have someone. Please come down and state your name and your address, and then say your piece, I guess you could say.
My name is Mickey Reinhardt. I live at 1 Duval Lane, Morgantown. I'm also the president of the Monongalia County Volunteer Fire Companies Association. I see on the agenda, and I heard urged us early this morning, that you guys had received correspondence from the city regarding our upcoming levy renewal. This is the first that I have heard of any correspondence being sent out to anybody. The comment made by, I don't know what the gentleman's name is for the city that gives the information, press
Daly.
releases or whatever.
Yeah.
He had stated that all parties had been notified and had been in discussions. At this point, we have not been in any discussion or anything with the city regarding this matter. I did reach out to the chief back in, I think it was late November when I first heard about it. He had very limited information and he wasn't able to provide any more because we were waiting for a letter to be sent to us. And here we are, January 10th, and we have no letter. So I just wanted to kind of pass that on to let you know a little bit of background of what's happening on that side, at least on the fire department side for the counties.
Thank you.
Thanks for the clarification, too.
We will have some comments on that
Yeah, you might want to stay.
as the meeting goes on. So is there anyone else that has any public comment? Not, I will close the public comment portion and move on. We have grants with Colleen Kuhn.
I do not have any
No
today.
grants. Next, right in line with what Mr. Reinhardt had indicated, we have some correspondence that we received a letter from the city of Morgantown regarding participation in the Morgantown Fire Department levy, the participation of the Morgantown Fire Department in the fire levy. I think we can, Commissioner Bloom, I believe you have a copy of the letter.
Yes, I'm going to ask the
We have the Colleen.
Colleen to read the
If you-
letter in its entirety so the public knows exactly what's going on.
Right.
I will do so. Dear Commissioners, the City of Morgantown requests that the Monongalia County Commission include funding for Morgantown Fire Department in its upcoming election for an excess levy funding fire departments in Monongalia County. The Commission previously put on the ballot an excess levy to fund fire departments on May 12, 2020. That excess levy funds all volunteer fire departments in Monongalia County, but it does not provide any funding to the Morgantown Fire Department, which is a paid fire department. In Monongalia County, each fire department has a specific response area defined by the state fire marshal. Morgantown Fire Department's response area is the entire city of Morgantown. Volunteer fire departments have other specific response areas outside of the city of Morgantown. Because Morgantown has the only fire department with all paid members, it is the only part of the county that receives no funding from the excess levy funding fire departments. Morgantown contains over 30,000 residents and thousands of businesses and property owners, all of whom contribute to property taxes in Monongalia County. These taxpayers pay the excess levy to fund fire departments, but they do not receive the benefits because their fire service is provided by Morgantown Fire Department. The County Commission determines the language it will put on the ballot for excess levies. We are writing to ask you to correct this issue so that Morgantown residents and businesses receive the benefit of the taxes they pay for the excess fire levy. The current excess levy expires June 30th, 2025, and we understand a new election for an excess levy may be held May 14th, 2024. The current excess levy adds 38 to 41 cents tax on each $100 of value of Class 1 property, 76 to 82 cents tax on each $100 of value of Class 2 property, and $1.52 to $1.60, $1.52 to 1.64 cents tax on each $100 value of Class 3 and 4 property. The excess levy raises approximately $660,000 of revenue each year that is allocated to volunteer fire departments. We understand that the group meeting to plan the proposal for the upcoming excess levies will be asking to increase this funding. The current excess levy does not specify how the tax funds are allocated among the departments in the county, and Morgantown believes the commission will ensure the funds are allocated equitably so long as Morgantown is included in the levy. We request that when approving the excess levy language for the May 14th, 2024 election, the County Commission identify Monongalia County Fire Departments as one of the organizations providing vital public services to the citizens of Monongalia County instead of Monongalia County Volunteer Fire Departments to ensure that the citizens and taxpayers of Morgantown receive the benefit of the excess levy taxes they pay. If you would like to discuss our request before you consider the excess levy language in early 2024, we are available.
Thank you. Now, we have coined a response, or Commissioner Sikora, being the city resident on our commission, has coined a response to that letter to the city. I believe you have a copy of it.
Yes,
Ms.
sir, I
Kuhn,
do.
If you wouldn't mind reading that one as well. It's a little longer, so I have to get a drink and take a breath.
Yes.
If you need a minute, please, but if you wouldn't mind reading that into the record as well.
I can do that.
Thank you.
First, I wanted to be clear that the Commission has not yet received a request to extend the current volunteer fire department's excess levy, which expires on June 30th, 2025. So it would be premature to comment on the content of any proposed request. I do know that VFD Association has been in contact with our office, and we know that an application to put an excess levy on the May 14th, 2024 primary ballot is in the works, but we are not yet aware of its content, so any further discussion in this regards is hypothetical. Having said that, my initial response is that the Commission should not be involved in the excess levy formation decision-making process. Historically, we don't weigh in on who administers and/or is the applicant responsible entity of an excess levy, nor who is the recipient of funds generated from an excess levy. To further clarify, we are responsible for due diligence regarding the applicant's standing to be an applicant responsible entity for an excess levy, but we don't get involved in who is or isn't included in any other manner. This has been our practice, and I believe that we should continue this practice to be fair and free from biases, as we ultimately must decide as to whether we approve an excess levy to be on the ballot. To be perfectly transparent, the Commission has provided assistance to applicants' responsible entities as to the details of putting a levy forward for review and possible approval by the Commission to be on the ballot. This assistance generally would be in the form of ensuring that the proper language was included, that the calculations were performed properly, and that the requested amounts were within statute and, frankly, our perceptions of the public's appetite for approval. Again, this assistance has been more of an administrative oversight nature and not one of excess levy proposition developmental nature. Therefore, based on the above, I don't believe that this instance should be any different, and we should continue our previous practices. I do not have a problem, though, providing that both of you have no objections with brokering a discussion as an individual commissioner between the parties or with each of them individually to answer any further questions. As the central magisterial district representative to the Commission and therefore a city resident, and being the Commission's unofficial representative to the VFD Association, I believe that I have a unique perspective of each entity's response, or entity's positions, sorry. It would not be my intent to champion one position over another, but rather to simply answer any questions from the Commission's perspective. If you both are in agreement, I would be more than happy to arrange a meeting with the parties, either together or separately, at everyone's earliest convenience. I also would include our county administrator in any meeting or meetings to be sure to have the historical knowledge of the process presented. As always, though an issue might not be something the Commission has a say in or should weigh in on, I certainly feel that we always have a communication facilitation role to play in the best interests of all of our citizens, and in this instance should be no different. Sean.
Thank you. And we are happy to provide copies of those letters to Mr. Reinhardt. If you'd like, at the end of the meeting, we'll be happy to provide you with a copy of both of those, seeing as how you brought it up at the public comment. Moving on to other.
What I would like to
Sorry.
add, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Since I'd like to respond to and just add two more
Sure,
statements
sure,
to it.
sorry.
One, that I strongly support the recommendation from Commissioner Sikora. I believe this is an issue that must be resolved between the city and the Volunteer Fire Department Association before it comes before us. However, I also agree that we do not have the statutory authority to add an entire new section to a levy that the makers of the levy have not agreed upon. This was the County Commission stance in February of 2016, which I was a part of, and I would be extremely uncomfortable to change that precedent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we had correspondence on a FOIA request, Freedom of Information Act request from Mountain State Justice regarding the pedestrian and vehicle safety ordinance that the commission passed last year. This is not unexpected, and we are working to respond to that request. Is there any other correspondence?
I do have one more. We received late yesterday afternoon a request for a letter of support for the Morgantown Area Partnership Build West Virginia application. They need that as soon as possible, so we were unable to put it on the agenda for next week. So I'll be having you sign that and then sending it off to them so that they can get that application submitted.
Great, thank you. Seeing no unfinished business, on to new business. We have to consider for approval the requisition number 23 for the Series 2021 B Harmony Grove Phase 1 Project Fund.
This request is in the amount of $370,754.06, and it is to be paid to third-party vendors, Adrian Enterprises, Morgantown Utility Board, and Anderson Excavating.
Move for approval of the requisition 23 of the 2021 B Harmony Grove Phase 1 Project Fund.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next, we have a consideration to approve a modification of the approved ARPA project budget for the Clay-Battelle Public Service District to purchase replacement pumps for the existing pump stations. My understanding is this is previously pledged ARPA dollars to the Clay-Battelle Public Service District. Some of their prior projects came in less expensive
Correct.
than they anticipated, which is good, and so they've been able to stretch those ARPA dollars a little further and for this pump replacement project.
So I move that we approve the modification of the ARPA project for the Clay-Battelle Public Service District.
Second, any discussion? Already did it, so all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next, we have a consideration of requisition number 86 for the University Town Center Economic Opportunity Development District subaccount.
This is in the amount of $1,050,393, and that is less the statutory lien and less tax admin fees. So,
For the statutory lien of $100,000.
Move requisition number 86 for the University Town Center.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It carries. Next, we have a consideration to approve a letter of support to the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission regarding the 2024-2026 State Football Championships to be held at Milan Pushkar Stadium.
Strongly approve.
I second. Any discussion? Sounds like you have a strong opinion.
I think it's time that we be considered. I think Monongalia County, not only, at one time it was because we didn't have enough hotels, but now we have the infrastructure, we have the facilities, and I think it would be an excellent addition to our community.
I agree. I think it would be also great for the student athletes that would,
Yes.
to get the opportunity to play at the premier facility in the state and to be a part of that Super Six would be a nice boom for the county. So
Maybe Super 8 now, right?
Oh, yeah. If they're
Super 8.
So I would second the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Carries. Next, we have any reports from elected officials? Oh, we haven't, sorry.
Build West Virginia application, we just need a vote that it's been approved.
Oh, yeah. So
Sorry.
Move that we approve the letter is what you requested?
letter of support.
Letter of
for the bill.
support, yes.
Yeah, I would second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, it carries.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was supposed, I apologize for that.
Reports from elected officials. We have Mr. Music here. We have Mayor Lewis. No. Anyone else? All right, moving on. Reports from county commissioners. Mr. Bloom.
Actually, I have no report. I appreciate you running the meeting. It's so formal when you do it, so I'm impressed. It's like a lawyer running it, so
Sorry.
very impressive.
Sorry. I just have a couple things. Had a nice board meeting last night for Camp Muffley. Great things happening out there. The pool memberships are way up, and we had last year an unprecedented number of, I think, 50 private parties booked at the pool all year. I think there were years we went by, we didn't have 50 people in that pool. But it's a gorgeous facility. It's incredibly affordable. I recommend families and or just individuals to go out there. And the response we've had is that it's a chill pool, as far as, no pun intended, Tom. I know what you're thinking, but it's relaxing. It's not as wild as some of the other pools around. And between that and our other public pools and our aquatic center, there certainly are options for that now in our county. So I recommend you explore Camp Muffley Park and all it has to offer. There's a new trail that runs about a mile. That's it's good for a run or a hike. So congratulations to Seth and to JR, our parks coordinator, who has been working hard to get these parks in up to snuff and in line. And I think they're beautiful. And hopefully our Chestnut Ridge Park,
This weekend.
hopefully this weekend, fingers crossed, if the weather cooperates. They've been making snow whenever they can to get a
Yes.
base. And hopefully we can get our sledding hill up and running for this weekend. Of course, we're weather pending on that, but we're hopeful Mother Nature will help
Thank
us
you.
out and we can get that moving. This morning I had the honor of speaking at a local Rotary Club, just giving an update on county activities. And it's these public service organizations are vitally important to what they provide to the county, and I'm always happy to participate anytime asked to go to one of these. And these are volunteers, and their sole goal is to just help their community and help those around them. And I guess that's what the very definition of a service agency or organization is. So I appreciate their efforts and happy to give an update on the great things happening here in Mon County. So with that, if there's nothing else, I'd entertain a
Move to adjourn.
Second, all in favor, we are gone.
Gone.